I just want to check something. Oh, that's weird. Well, hopefully you guys can see me. This is my first live. This is gonna be a bit awkward, eh? Just never done this really before, but yo, how's it going, guys? Thank you for tuning in. This is SmoogTV Live, coming at you live from Westgate. And what I wanted to do was, I just want to tell you just a little bit of a story. I don't want to leave this going on for too long, but yeah, it's pretty quiet in the house right now, so it's a bit weird, but it's all good. I'm just gonna do this and get this over and done with. So yeah, um, I was, my name's Storm Ross, and I'm also known as Smuglord, and I'm just gonna tell you my story and everything as much as I can, pretty much. So yeah, this is a bit. I'm actually a bit nervous. I've never actually really done this, but I'm obviously not expecting much from this. I'm just gonna keep going, even if no one's like viewing it at the moment. That's all good. Um, that's sweet as. I don't know if I'll be able to see how many people are actually watching this, but yeah. So I was born in South Africa in 1993, and I was a little kid in South Africa, and most people probably heard about stories about South Africa and how bad it is. And yeah, it's pretty bad, but I lived in a reasonably safe area. But I still did see a lot of crazy stuff and that happening in South Africa and stuff like that. And so yeah, I grew up there as a kid. Um, saw a lot of violence and stuff, and yeah, quite a few things did happen in my family, but I don't want to get into too much details about that. But yeah, so my dad decided he wanted a better life, so he decided when I was like, I was still probably quite a few years ago now, like I was still quite young, so I don't exactly remember which age it was, but I think it was around 2003. My dad said, "Oh, we're emigrating to New Zealand." So jumped on a plane. Here I am as a little kid. I was like pretty excited, just a whole new life, and it was so different moving over here. It's quite a little bit the same, just like less crime definitely at the time. So yeah, I moved to New Zealand, and now I'm living in New Zealand and just chilling in New Zealand pretty much. Living with my dad, and we migrated over here, but I haven't got my citizenship yet, but I'm hoping to go for it yet. So that's gonna be cool. Anyway, so came here for a better life, and um I lived up north for a little bit, well, Whangaparāoa area, and then we moved around East Auckland, and that's when I started hanging around with the wrong crowd, I guess, but that's the boys, and yeah, we got up to heaps of mischief and stuff, and um yeah, so but the thing I loved most about when chilling with the bros is when I got into rapping and stuff, and that's where I'm gonna start talking about my music. And I got into rapping, and I always used to love singing as a kid and stuff, but grew out of singing, and starting to nowadays sing a little bit, try to sing. I got a all good voice, I reckon, but it needs work, so gotta work on that. And yeah, so it was around 16, but that's the problem was I was really getting into music at the time, but then I was also into doing drugs and stuff, like heaps of drugs, and it wasn't good, or it sort of made me a bit demotivated for my music and things like that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't, I tried to spit raps and freestyles, and I did some all good ones in the past. So yeah, and then ended up just basically going down the wrong track, and yeah, being a silly bugger, getting arrested, and got arrested from the police for selling weed and stuff. And yeah, I've been in boys home and that in the past because I did silly things, and I don't want to like talk too much, go into too much detail about it, but yeah, that's what I did. And so I had to pretty much like sort my shit out. So, but that just took years and years, and now we're coming up to now. And yeah, so it was 2020 or 2019, I released my EP, and that's actually out on Spotify and that. And I released it under the name Storm Ross, but the EP is called Smug Lord because that's what I was changing my rap name to. But yeah, so I released it under my real name, but I wanted to release it under Smug Lord, but kind of got confused. But I think, yeah, I did agree in the end that I wanted it to be released as my real name. And yeah, so obviously 2020 kicked in, and that was a crazy year. And I'll talk about a lot about that in my movie, so don't need to get into too much details about that. Like I said, I don't want to leave this too long. This is just like a test live, so just to see how it goes, and how I can do this. But yeah, it doesn't matter if anyone's watching or not. But if you did, if you are watching and it hasn't come up yet, thanks so much for watching. Um, so like the video and share it to your friends if you want. And thanks for tuning in, basically. And leave a message if you want. There's a live chat. So yeah. Um, yeah. So 2020 in that didn't really. I wanted to like record more music, but I couldn't because there was no way to record, and we were all in lockdown and stuff. So that's when obviously like I wanted to give up on it all. So, but that's also the time I decided I want to write an album. So that's what I'm working on now. Do my movie and stuff. So yeah, that was cool. Um, yeah, just something to to have a try. Give it a go. Basically, see how it goes, and yeah, did all good. Anyways, what else can I say? So yeah, just nowadays I'm just sorting everything out and just hoping that it all works out in the end, and I start course on Monday, which is cool. Can't wait for that. Super excited. So yeah, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I went and chilled with the bro, and we ended up getting stranded in town and that, and I couldn't make it, but luckily I just made it on the bus today, just to do this. So I'm glad I've done this, and it's pretty cool. Never done something like this before, but obviously once I get this is what I'm working on. I'm gonna get it all set up, and then in the future it's gonna be mean as like I'll be doing proper like shows. And so this was just a tester one that I wanted to do, trying to leave it at least like 10 minutes long or so, 15, 20 minutes, but that's basically it. And everything short and sweet about my life story. But yeah, will definitely be. I couldn't tell you a lot more, like heaps more about my life stories, but don't want to get into it too much. Like I feel like I want to even people tell me like I should stop thinking about the past, and just focus on the future. So, and in the future, I want to make this work out, things work out and stuff. And yeah, so when will I be writing? Well, I've been writing music, but when I get me a job, hopefully I can make some music, which will be sweet. And I'd say that'd be around. probably like maybe in like 2-3 months, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a while, so. But anyways, that was it. That's a good test alive. Um, there'll be more of this coming up, but I'll let you guys know when there will be. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and stay strong.